What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Toy Talk. It's April 3rd, it's Monday, and we're all excited to be here hanging out with you all. Just, I don't know, talking toys, getting to know our guest, and hanging out with each other, really. My name is Toy Father. With me, as always, I got Cox Create. How you doing, buddy?
Good. I'm alive.
Hey, we gotta be thankful for that. I got Toy Addict. How's it
Hello,
going,
everyone.
Danny?
Doing well. How you doing?
Good. I see you added a big cabinet in the back.
yeah, just brand new.
Splash of red goes real nice.
Oh, well, we can make that happen. Hold on, let me see if I can just make that happen here. There you go.
Oh
yes.
yes.
Nice, dude. I love it. We got no chewing. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, man?
We can't see them, but I know you got some new shelves. Ooh, look at those. How long did that take you? 3 hours, you said?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, did it take a long time?
I went to
You, you didn't talk about it. That's why I was wondering.
There's probably 12 extra holes that shouldn't be there, and some really bad patchwork that some turtles are blocking. So it probably took me like 4 or 5 hours in total.
Did you paint over them?
No, I just used the pink stuff and you just like let it dry, and then you
Then it.
How
dry
much were the
brush it.
shelves and the brackets?
The brackets I got off Amazon for about $30. The shelves I got at Home Depot, and I think for like the three of them, maybe it was like $60. Maybe.
How many brackets did you get for $30?
8.
8 for 30. Damn.
Yeah, Amazon.
Because I went to Walmart today because I figured they would have something. They didn't have anything.
For shelves?
Yeah, I was gonna put some shelves up in the garage.
If I could redo it, I wouldn't have painted them. I would have just stained them. The paint came out weird.
That's why I was looking for those ones that come already painted. They're like just come white already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a better call.
Well, you got a lot more room for toys.
Yeah, it's pretty full already. But it's that entire thing. Like I just had toys and boxes all around me, slowly feeling like a hoarder. You wouldn't be able to see it because it's like below. But now I can actually move my chair around without crushing a toy. Feels good. Feels good.
That claustrophobic feeling is the worst.
That's why I'm moving out of here and into the garage.
Are you moving everything out?
Nice.
Yeah, well, I'm putting like my high end stuff's going like in the living room, stuff like that.
Then what are you gonna do with that room?
Huh?
What are you gonna do with that room?
I think I'm gonna rent it out.
Okay.
Make some cash.
That's nice.
Yeah.
To a toy photographer?
No.
Very very specific renter.
Right.
Toy Father's looking for a Airbnb for when he comes to visit.
I mean, yeah, that's what I was
He wants to
asking.
get away.
Josh didn't pick up on that. He was
No.
or he did and you just didn't want me in.
Yeah, come anytime. We got space. Well, we will.
Danny, what have you been up to, man?
Nothing.
You sound better.
Yeah, I am. I'm a lot better. Just doing things behind the scenes. I got big plans for May, so stay tuned.
Nice.
Big plans for May. I'm excited. And then just having fun, taking photos. I was challenged earlier to a very different style of photography, but I'm actually excited for it. So our guest will be on. He'll probably mention it, but I was challenged to do something with rainbows and ponies and.
I wasn't challenged, but I'll do it with you, man.
Look, Danny.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool, man. I can't wait to get that.
That sounds like, just remember what Sir Dork said, go outside your comfort zone every once in a while.
No, absolutely. And that's why I'm always up for stuff like that. Like that's the point of this hobby, right? Just to have fun and kind of just do things to be fun. So I'm excited. I'm actually, I'm already have a figure I want to take a shot of. I already have a background ready to go. So I'm excited. Might do it tonight.
I feel like you could do your style and then have a rainbow in it, and it would be like funny, you know?
I could, you know what? I was actually working, and I don't want to say, but I'm still working on it. But I was actually working on a horror-based Mandalorian Star Wars style thing for you guys' challenge.
Oh, nice.
I was trying one.
Can't wait to
I'll
see
try
that.
one within like around my style. So
Yeah.
because I've seen everybody's style. I was like, I want to. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, it's
now.
a super loose challenge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that I'm up for stuff like that, and that's the point of like this hobby, just to have fun and just like you said, come out of your comfort zone, and be silly. It's okay to be silly. Don't take yourself too serious.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's just like a shot with a lightsaber in it, we'll take it.
I was thinking of the lines. I mean, maybe how about a machete turn into a lightsaber?
I love
that. Yeah, I was saying you could do Freddy versus Jason, but it's lightsabers.
Lightsaber claws. Oh,
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
claws.
Do it.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Josh, stop taking all of Danny's ideas.
Yeah, he's actually giving me ideas. Now I don't want to do the shitty idea I had. Now I want to do whatever Josh said.
What?
Cool.
Sorry. What? Oh, that's the invisible.
Did you find them in store or did you order them?
Oh, cool.
I can't hear him.
Oh, he's on
Josh,
mute.
you're muted.
Josh,
Because he was probably because he was popping plastic.
Oh. Sorry, say that again.
Did you order him online or did you find him in store?
Yeah, I ordered him from Hella Dope Toys from Ted.
Nice. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, that looks awesome. I saw that Casey one. Did that come out
Last week?
Last week.
Mm-hmm.
I want that. That's probably the only one I want. Like that one looks real good.
He does. I hope he's in store sometime this week because I know usually when they do like the haulathon things, they'll put them out online and then eventually you'll start seeing them pop up in stores. So I hope.
I'm sure I'll find them like randomly.
Yeah, my Target had a refresh on all the haulathon stuff, not the Ninja Turtle stuff, but the Predators, the monster figures, like they all just like an entire end cap just showed up.
Yeah, same. This past weekend for me.
No turtles though.
Yeah,
just
no
all the other ones.
Yeah.
Dude, this see-through shell is like really cool.
Oh, that's really neat. That's pretty cool. I dig it. Well, before we go to the chat, let's talk some plugs. Do we have any plugs going on?
Josh, first.
Yeah, I got unboxing art, state of the art every Wednesday. I'm usually on that one.
Do you guys have a guest this Wednesday?
As of right now, no. It might be. I think we're gonna have Zach on from Diamond Select soon.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
He's a good guest.
Cool.
Yeah.
And last week you had Dacre.
Yeah, we had Dacre on again from Almighty Legends. Trying to just help him get that over the line.
Has that hit yet?
It's really close.
It's close.
And I know that he was in talks with
5K.
You want an update?
5K and Big Bad.
Let's hear the update.
I know it's on Big Bads. 5K will be huge once that goes through. So the pledge goal was $97,000. It's currently sitting at $91,921. So
oh man,
he is in striking distance of reaching his minimal funding.
When does it end?
It ends in 4 days.
4 days. Okay.
And I know it's a gimmick, but the green armor glows in the dark. I don't know why I want it.
Did you back it?
Not yet.
Okay.
I was gonna back one figure, and then
the
armors all look good, so kind of want them.
Yeah,
Danny. Let me know if you have trouble finding him. He's really cool. I'll get you one if you.
I have trouble finding them
because I got to mail you all those Nightmare Before Christmas stuff too.
Yeah, I've been having a blast. I bought a set yesterday. I bought the one of the clowns. And then
I've seen that. Yeah,
fish person. Yeah, they're pretty cool. I mean, you can't really move them, but they're pretty awesome. So something different.
Yep.
Also with the plugs, just because this entire month last month has always been about big spotlight on Kickstarters. So Almighty Legends wraps up in 4 days. Wall XD wraps up in 8 days or so.
Yeah.
So for anyone out there that's interested and considering it, go take a look at their page, see where they're at, support if you are interested. Other than that, this Wednesday we'll do another TPC top 10 at 8:45 on the Toy Pick Community YouTube channel, and we got a special guest.
Nice.
Yimbo's sitting out for the night, so we replaced him with Sir Dork.
Nice.
So Jared's going to be joining us, hanging out, talking some photos. It'll be a lot of fun. Oh wow, they do the middle finger one, or is that just a pointer finger?
Well, you got to remember, turtles only have
three fingers. So it is the middle finger.
It's worth it for the hand alone.
And Danny, I know you. Do you have any plugs? You just finished up Black and Wednesday with a splash of green. And I know you said you were going to take a break.
Yeah. So for everybody that doesn't know, I am taking a break this month from Black and Wednesdays. As you know, we did Black and Wednesdays back to back, so I kind of wanted to give everybody a break just to participate in other collabs, because I gotta understand that can get overwhelming sometimes. But I am planning on bringing Black and Wednesdays for next month, hopefully, if everything works out. There are big plans for May, where I'll be able to tell everyone until I start really working on it. But I'm excited for it. Also, but if I'm gonna plug anything, I am gonna plug this channel. So if you're in the chat and you have not subscribed or hit the like button or follow any one of us, please do so now. This is an amazing show. I said it last week. I was a fan of this show before I became a host, and I always loved this show. So, it's a fun show. You know what I'm saying? We're all photographers, toy collectors, people that you see all the guests we get here. So we show everybody a lot of love. So please, if you haven't shown love, please hit the like and subscribe. And thank you to all these guys. They put in a lot of work.
Well, we love you, Danny. Thanks,
Danny.
Yeah,
I'm just counting the weeks until your mom subscribes to our show.
I think she did. All right.
Please, everyone share it to Toy Addict's mom. I would love it if she was part of the subscribers.
I'm not going to be allowed for like Thanksgiving anymore.
No chewing is not allowed for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So, yeah.
All right.
Mom, if you're hearing this, please subscribe.
I do want to know the chat, but I also want to invite this guy on, our next guest.
Yes.
So let's do that first. So our next guest. This guy is just one jovial, awesome dude. I met him in the men's room of the New Jersey Comic Con, and I had a shirt that said Toy Father, and I was about to go to the bathroom, and he goes, "Toy Father, what's up? How's it going? Big fan. Hey, I'll meet you outside in the bathroom after you go. I've washed my hands. Don't worry." And so it was my first time to being like, oh, someone wants to meet me. And honestly, I don't know if he actually did know me. I just had a shirt that said Toy Father. So, I mean, he could have just been just blowing smoke. But I'll have to say, we met, we formed a friendship. We hung out at Chubsy's. And from then on, we've been in chats. And guess what? He's also on an amazing show with Machu Toy called Between Two Sentinels. Now, this guy is awesome, and he loves his turtles. Let's welcome Jay Shot, aka Jay's Hot. How's it going, buddy?
It's not Wednesday, my dudes. What's going on?
It's not bad.
Oh, yeah, and Chris, yeah, definitely, man. I definitely wanted to meet you. I knew who you were. I don't just run around in stalls going, "Hey, Toy Father," "Hey, Toy Daddy." That's not really my style. Not that there's anything wrong with it. You do you, but it's just not me. So
how awkward would it have been if like Toy Father was just selling T-shirts and it wasn't actually him?
just some guy impersonating Toy Father. Like, that'd be awesome. I'd love that.
Hey, it's nice to meet you. I'm not Toy Father. I'm just selling his merch.
Just affiliated with Toy Father. I'm his bag man.
I'm actually Toy Addict's brother. I'm not selling his stuff though.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys were talking before, and I was like, I'm sitting backstage, and I'm like, I can't jump in. But Toy Addict, yeah, man, I am like, every day you put up these amazing pictures, but every day I'm like, yeah, what's up with this spooky son of a bitch? Like, what's he doing? Like what's happening here? Is he okay? You okay, man? So,
No, I'm
so I
not.
was like, all right, you put one up today, and I was like, all right, let's switch this up a little bit. So, but in all fairness, right, I challenged myself too. I'm gonna try to do a picture in your style, and it cannot contain turtles, which is tough, especially since I know Cox is opening this. I've got this bad boy sitting right here,
Oh, you got it too.
yeah, he'd be pretty awesome to try
I think
out.
actually can't count.
Yeah,
Unless you have other horror figures.
That does
I don't
count.
I don't think I have any horror. I mean, I have an Ash. That's the only one I have. So
Well,
I was a
mean,
big fan of the original Evil Dead. So
like that one would count as a horror figure.
well, that's what I was wondering. I have all the others I could do. So we'll see. I'll play around with it.
Danny, would you count it?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it. I'm the one that's
Well.
gonna have the trouble here. I'm the one like digging in my kids' like buckets and trying to find something.
I love it. I think I was like, didn't I say I was like, you got to do something with Strawberry Shortcake riding a My Little Pony, talking to a Care Bear about smiles.
That sounds like a really cool band.
In your style. Yeah.
Well, like I said, I'm open to challenges, so it was easy to accept, and it's all fun. So I'm excited.
Awesome.
I am.
That's right. Maju Toy wrote. I have Dracula. I do have Dracula.
He's awesome. Fantastic figure.
I can come up with something.
So
This
before
guy,
we get into our discussion question, I do have a discussion question for you guys. Let's go to the chat because I'll tell you, the chat itself is the best part of the show. I love hanging out with everyone in here. And if you have questions for J-Shot, please just put them in here. We'll star them and we'll ask them later. First, Machu Toy. The other half of Between Two Sentinel that's
right.
J-Shot does. Now, let me just tell you, all of his Instagram links and the YouTube link are in the description, so you can go there and click subscribe after you click subscribe to us too.
Appreciate it. Yeah, definitely click subscribe to these guys.
D Blake Make, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Rabbit's Den Collectibles, what's going on? Across the Toy Multiverse. And I should say this, we are actually simulcasting on 2 channels right now, the Toy Talk page and also the TPC page. So we're on 2 different channels right now. So
what a time to be alive.
If you want to jump onto the main page and see the whole chat going on, you can go check out Toy Talk and click subscribe. Samurai Chris, how's it going, buddy? Collectible Fun, Matt, what's going on, bud? Mary Fox, how's it going? Mary Fox, I've been trying to get together to do some sort of live. I think in about 2 weeks, I might do a Toy and Tell with her and just hang out and we'll do some shots. So I think we just kind of finalized that today.
Oh, that's awesome.
D Blake, what's going on? 88 Figs, what's going on, buddy? 88 Figs had I forget his new band's name, but he's in a band with his brother. And they just debuted last week at a small club. I
gotta say, his episode last week was really great. Like I didn't know enough about him, and him talking to you guys was awesome.
He's
a cool dude.
He's a really cool dude. Just does a lot.
Also plug his show as well. He has a show. He records it, Toy Tings. So anyone interested in hearing more from 88, go check that out.
All right, so
he's really awesome and talented and a hard act to follow. So thanks, guys.
Chris,
his band is nice. Where'd you get that print?
I still have. Remember, I kept some to keep at the house.
Oh, you did? Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Oh, thanks for keeping it on the desk, buddy. 88's band is Con Pharaoh and the New Creatures. They're on Spotify. Check them out. They have a really good sound.
Yeah.
Tori Mirth, what's up, buddy? Dr. Space Cape, got to catch on the replay. No problem, buddy. I'm just glad that you watch us.
Also, a plug for Toy Mirth, Dr. Space Cape, and Jay and Ivory. They have a show. I don't know if they're going this Thursday, but they started up their own channel on YouTube, Toy Pick Discord, where they'll talk about toy news and pickups and feature some folks from the Toy Pick Discord channel.
Yep, and check out their join their Discord. It's awesome. It's just a lot of fun, a lot of great people on it, and just there's a cap on the IG chats. So that what's nice about the Discord is there's no cap.
Yeah, in the Discord right now, there are 400 members. So
Yikes,
lots of
400
folks.
strong.
Wow.
Realm of Toys, Frank, what's up, buddy? Future guest on Toy Talk, by the way.
Very cool.
Does he know?
Henrock, what's up? How you doing?
Is there a contest tonight? Because if there is, Henrock's here, so everybody can just go home.
Darth Gutierrez, what's going on, buddy? Saw a refresh in the Holothon in King of Prussia. No turtles, but a few elf figures looking interesting. King of Prussia, you're in the King of Prussia area. One of my good buddies in the King of Prussia area, and I visit him every now and then. Kurt K. Next time, let's hang out. Let's see. Carlos, how's it going, buddy? How you doing? We got the great Mewtwo. We got IMTJ Williams, Clintastic 4, Vico Sand. What's up, buddy? Insightful Imagery. How you doing? Thanks for joining us. The Patman 13, Diggs Figs, Core Mania. Gosh, there's so many people here. Willflow 81. How's it going?
What's up, Willflow?
And we got Maz's Toy Box. Check out his show on Tuesdays on his page. It's a great show. Trevor 16 Shooters on there. Maz is on there. A few others, and they talk about photography in not in the way that we talk about photography, but they have like kind of they have a good lens in terms of critiquing photos, but giving it critiques so that there are really practical things you can change about your photography. So it's great.
That was a nice little pun that just skated by. I think we got to appreciate how nice that was.
What did I do? It was unintentional.
They have a nice lens into toy photography. Very nice.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
very smooth. Very smooth.
I didn't even catch
Really
that.
good.
Good job. Good job.
Good. So
All right, everyone. As all of you know, we like to start with some sort of discussion question to kind of like get us all together and warm up with the guest, even though really J-Shot is really easy to warm up with. My question tonight was, if you had to, what are you more likely to collect and buy? DC figures or Marvel figures? And why? Oh, here we go, Josh. You have to pick one of them. Let's start with our guest, J-Shot. What's going on?
it's an easy one for me, man.
And people in the chat, please type what you're going to put in.
Yeah. I'm Marvel all the way. I mean, I do enjoy, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy DC. I was never a huge DC fan, but I was a big Batman fan, right? I mean, I'm sure most of us either got their start with or fell in love with Batman, the animated series. I did dive into the comic books a little bit, but certainly, not to any extent. So yeah, it's Marvel all the way for me. I was a bigger Marvel fan growing up. Huge Iron Man fan. You would never know that because I don't shoot him because I'm always scared of screwing it up, right? And then I'm going to insult Iron Man in some way. I can't, it's how my weird brain works. That's no brainer for me. It's Marvel.
Wow, Iron Man fan, really?
Huge Iron Man fan. Huge. Yeah.
Like,
I love a hero.
Clean up that beard a little bit.
yeah,
I know. I
Iron Man
could.
thing
You
going.
got it going on.
Maybe for Halloween. I love a hero whose biggest enemy is himself, right? And that to me is Iron Man, right? Like I love that internal struggle. I mean, Batman to some degree too, right? Like there's something about that where it's like he's always fighting himself. The Demon in the Bottle storyline was massive. Even the Extremist storyline when it came out was really, really awesome.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah, huge Iron Man fan.
Oh, wow. Interesting. I thought you were going to say DC.
Nope. Nope.
How about you, Danny?
I'm a big Superman fan.
Yeah, you are.
No. I'm actually no. If I could buy any line, see, I'm the opposite. I am a big DC fan because of this guy right here. I mean, I was always a Superman fan, but this guy really, really made me. Christopher Reeve was the guy that
What is
made
that?
me.
What is that?
It's a magazine that I had bought in Walmart one day. It's just like a tribute thing of all like the Superman. It has George Reeves in the back. But I've always been a DC fan, always been a Superman fan, but I remember growing up, I mean, I was never collecting comics like that, but I remember the Christopher Reeve movies and I was my guy. So that right there alone I mean, if DC was just Christopher Reeve or just Superman, I'd still be a DC fan. So I mean, I'm just I would
Superman.
DC.
Superman drives me nuts because to me he's like so unrelatable, right? He's perfect. He's got all the powers in the world. There's this little rock that can beat him up. I don't know. Like it's
also,
too far out of reach,
And also, let's just say he, in most continuities, he divulges his secret weakness.
Yeah.
Just shut up. You don't have to tell anyone. It's like saying hey, I'm allergic to peanut butter. Everyone knows now. You're gonna get hurt.
Right.
I mean, from what I remember, the question was, Danny, who would you buy? I feel attacked here.
All right, I'll give you one better. I'll give you.
I didn't say that. All right. No. Listen, I agree. I agree 100%. There are some, and we all agree. I mean, to me, it's more of the I don't know. It was always the just being the strongest and just being Boy Scout and just he's what this he's what the face of superheroes is. Like when you think of the strongest superhero from any other company, right? Who does everybody always put Superman?
Hulk.
They always put
sorry.
up against sure, whatever. You're right. So there's always the debate whether it's somebody from a different company against Superman. So that says a lot.
I'll give you that.
He's like the of comic books right now.
Yeah, no, Danny, I dig it. I like Superman a lot. I think I understand him being super strong, kind of unrelatable, but to me, he was he's the very first immigrant, very first in a super way, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he comes to a world where he actually gets to grow up in, but is not really from, and I think some people can really relate to that piece in terms of just not being able to assimilate and because they're so different. Not because they have superpowers, but because they're just different.
I always saw that as being kind when he didn't have to be. And I like that aspect of Superman quite a bit.
Yeah.
Vico San says DC, it's hard. On the character. The Pat Man says DC for me. We got some DC here, Across Toy Multiverse DC. Collectible Fun Marvel right here. We got Rabbit's Den. He's saying DC because I have too many Marvels. I have no idea who they are. It's I was gonna get to that when I got to talk about it. We got Mewtwo. They say DC figures. A lot of DC here. Marvel all the way. Got to have that Moon Knight. Oh yeah, you're a big Moon Knight fan. I collect both. I agree with Danny. I'm a big Superman fan. Though Batman is one of my top guys, I like way more characters on the Marvel side. However, if there are any Marvel characters for me, I'd get Venom. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And then I got Kirk. He says, DC begins and ends with Adam West for me. I read and collect Spidey, Thor. Okay, so Marvel. And then Unboxing Art says him.
He's the strongest superhero.
Whatever, bro.
I've been staying away from Marvel and getting more into DC. All right.
He really has been.
Yeah. What about you, Josh?
I like DC more. I have more Marvel figures than I do DC, and just because of the addiction that we have when we go to the store. Nobody's making DC figures that I want.
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, Mayfix is, but if I bought all those, shit, I might as well move and live outside.
What? Well, you want to move into the
garage. Go to the garage. That's just another step.
One more step.
Mortgage in here, though.
Well, Josh, they only put out Mafex puts out 6 DC figures a year. I mean, don't play catch up.
Problems with Mayfix too. There's certain things about them that I don't like the wrist. I think that's really it. I don't like the wrist on the Mayfix. But yeah,
they have a left arm issue too.
DC's a lot more dark and feels more adult than Marvel to me. Marvel feels real light and colorful and.
Mhm.
I don't know, man. I
Just
don't know if I
lighter.
need to feel I don't know if I need to feel adult anymore. Any more adult than I already am.
But when you were 8, you did.
Yeah.
You need to
God,
relate to
God,
Batman.
we wanted to grow up so badly. Now look at us.
I know.
Now look at us.
I
That's a
was just talking
documentary.
to my
Oh.
kid the other day. I was like, yeah, when you're a kid, you want to grow up and have a job. And then when you grow up and have a job, you just want to go back to school.
Ah, God. I don't want to go back to school, but yeah. Ugh.
Well,
Anyway,
yeah,
I
no,
go
I
back
know
to
what you're
school.
saying. I just want to be a kid again. With no responsibilities.
yeah.
All right. Well, how about you, Chewy? What do you think?
Sorry,
Okay.
something in the chat caught my eye from deep.
Yeah,
Lake.
I saw that too.
I don't know what's happening, but
We'll get to that. One.
Ooh,
We'll get
okay,
to that.
we
one.
should definitely play the D Blake Makes game.
We'll get
let's
to,
play
we'll
the
get to
deep
that.
Lake makes game. That's the official title. For
Oh my
me,
God.
it's Marvel
Wait.
all the way.
Let's Marvel away.
Yeah.
For the D Blake's make game too, we could change it to D, B, and M.
D.
You have to elaborate.
Well, it's F, marry, kill, D, B,
Yeah.
and M.
Okay.
We could change
so-
it to bury, marry, and then use your imagination.
I was
So
gonna say, it was like, am I just?
yeah, you're just missing the D. Couldn't figure it out. Yeah.
No. Am I just jumping to conclusions over here?
I
okay.
forgot to watch the trailer today.
Oh,
I need to watch
it's solid.
the trailer.
Oh,
Did it look
the trailer came out today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
I know nothing about that character, and that movie, like, I'm hooked. I'm in already.
Oh, really?
I
You liked
just,
it?
Yeah,
I just
I
know
mean-
what I've seen in like the DC animated series. He's in those a lot.
It has a different feel. Like if you watch
Yeah.
the trailer, it has a way different feel from what the
DC
other. I mean, it kind of has. I mean, I would say it has a little bit of the first Shazam movie kind of vibes. Like it looks fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but I don't know. It was just something about that trailer that I mean, maybe I will have to wait and see. But it just had that. I don't know. You could tell that they're heading into hopefully a promising direction, man. So I mean, it makes me excited for James Gunn Superman movie.
Yeah. So I really thought about this Marvel DC discussion question, and I have to say this: Spider-Man's my favorite character,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
I think I have to go DC
What?
because I personally like. I'm looking at all my figures, like Mafex or Mezco, like those high-end ones. I have so many DC figures.
And then he turns around and looks on his wall.
Yeah, for the Marvel Legends. But nowadays, Marvel Legends themselves, I don't really pick up many because they're characters I don't really
Yeah, it's
see
very.
or already have them.
Really.
Well, see, that's like when I think about Marvel and I try to think of like, well, who's my favorite character? I'm like, well, I like these characters, but if I think of DC, I'm like Batman, like that. I love
Yeah.
Batman.
Yeah,
So,
Batman, Superman. Like, I was telling No Chewing the other day, I was reorganizing some shelves. I'm like, God, I didn't realize how many Superman figures I had or how many Batman figures I had until I lined them up right next to each other. So it's got to be DC for me, which I'm really surprised I'm saying. But all right, guys. Well, that was some great discussion. I love that. Well, let's talk to Jay Shot. Let's talk to Jay Shot. Let's talk about how, in Toy Talk, we always talk about what brings us together. It's the toys, whether you're a toy collector, a toy photographer, anywhere in the toy collecting world, it's the toys that brings us together. Why don't you walk us through your toy origin? How did you become a toy collector? And then that leads you here to depressed adult Jay Shot.
Boy, did you hit that one on the head. So I mean, look, I grew up collecting figures, right? He-Man, Ninja Turtles. I had some Thundercats, not Black Series. Were they Power of the Force back in the day? Star Wars, all that stuff. And obviously X-Men, Spider-Man, Batman. Like I had everything I could get my hands on. And then I hit like college and I fell out of it. And like, just because I thought that was what I was supposed to do. then finally, like after having my own kid and my own kids and stuff, like I was like, man, I really like playing with their toys, and it's like I really miss it. That met Machi at the gym, and him and I just were talking. We bonded over production, and then he was telling me about this toy photography stuff, and I think my very first figure getting back into it was an SH Figure Arts Hulk. I was just blown away by the articulation, what I can do, the swappable hands, the head, like, and then that was it, right? So I mean, I've really only been back collecting and doing photography for 2 years, a little over 2 years, and I've gone broke really, really fast. Which
not even during the pandemic.
No, it was during the pandemic, so it was like, it was like middle of the pandemic is when I really got into it. So overpaid for everything. Bought everything, right? Because we were all in that mode when it was the pandemic. We were just like, just buy what you can get your hands on. And it's funny because I really hesitated going down the turtle line because I knew what was going to happen, right? I am a completist. I am 100% a completist, and I knew, like, once I found the undercover, the disguise pack, the 4-pack, randomly at Target, and like I picked it up. And I wasn't gonna buy it, and then I was like texting with Machu, and he's like, some people are calling that their grail, and I was like, oh, well, maybe I should really like look at this. And I looked at it, and I was like, maybe I'll hold on to it, whatever. And then I opened it, and then that was it, like done. Next thing I know, I'm on eBay at 4:00 in the morning, looking at figures I hadn't gotten, like I had missed, and I'm down a rabbit hole and overpaying for figures and all that. But I'm caught up. So.
You're all caught up. So you know that checklist that they put out every like December of like every turtle toy.
Yeah, I think so. You
get the black and white Yosagi.
Yep, I got 2 of them. I got the special edition, and I got the Holodan one.
I just seen one at my Target yesterday.
Yeah. Well, and there was this. I'm gonna mispronounce his name. The Senki special that came out that was like up for a hot minute, and I grabbed him because I didn't know they were gonna come out with another one. But I think I'm missing 2 figures from the movie line, and that's Spirit of Splinter, which is like going for 300 plus, which I'm having a really hard time trying to get that, like trying to justify that. And what's the I kept blanking on his name, Danny from the original movie. I don't have those 2. Yeah. Sorry. I don't have those 2, and I don't have the original like Mirage line from NECA, because those are $900 for the minimum for the 4, and then April's like 300 herself. I do have the bootleg ones, but I love them.
Re-released anyway, so
Danny's not going to be re-released.
Yeah, but I feel like Danny I can find. Like I'm really not hunting for him. I'll find him, but
that's the reason why it's not being re-released.
Right. But that Spirit of Splinter, man, like I'm having a hard time justifying 300 for one figure. So
is that how much Danny goes for?
Yeah, no. Danny goes for like 100.
Yeah.
But the other, what I'm afraid of is that I've heard rumors that, because I think 4 Horsemen actually did the original design on the Mirage Turtles.
Yeah.
But that NECA doesn't have the molds, so there's a rumor that they will never release the original 4. But I am sure the minute I suck it up and spend $1,000 on 4 turtles, they'll announce it next week. So that's what I'm afraid of.
Do you have the bootleg ones?
Yeah, I have the bootleg ones. The bootleg ones are fine.
They look fine. Yeah.
But like I love that street scene that they come with, and the Mausers, and so
so you're a big Turtles fan. We kind of all knew that. But did you get those Mezco turtles?
Yeah, I got them. I have them pre-ordered through Big. We call it Big Sad every once in a while when they don't deliver, right? Big Sad, so Big Bad Toy Store, yeah.
Oh man.
Oh.
And so
you also collect the Super 7 turtles too?
So I tried to stay out of Super 7, and my justification for trying to stay out of Super 7 was Super 7 was making remakes of the figures we had when we were kids.
Yeah.
Whereas I felt like NECA was making the figures I wanted. Right? Because they were right out of the cartoon.
That's true.
That was my justification for staying out of it. And then Super 7 came out with the glowing ones.
Mm.
And I just thought those were so cool. So I have those 4. And then I was like, all right, well, what if I just get the 4 original? I was like, well, I gotta have Shredder and Bebop and Rocksteady. So I'm trying not to get that whole line. I'm trying really hard.
I've been looking at Samurai Leo for a very long time.
Samurai Leo,
You
yeah.
can get them all for like $35 now. So I mean,
some of them are cheaper, yeah.
that's why I bought like what? I bought 4. I bought 6 from the Turtle line. 7.
Where you find them for $35? Drop me a link.
Toyco, Andrew from Facebook.
Okay. All right.
Oh yeah, Toyko is great.
He's got
Also,
all of them right
Entertainment
now.
Earth
They're
had
like,
them too.
I think they're like
Not showing 15.
They were like 39 with another 10%
15.
off, but the 10% off deal's done. So they're like 35 to 39 right now.
Okay. All right.
Now I did want to ask, like, in terms of your journey into toy photography, you kind of hinted at it. You said that you and Machu love production. Now, do you have a background in photography, or is it more video, or what?
So it's definitely more. So I'll say production. I'm not a video guy. I'm not a camera guy.
Okay.
And I always, whenever we're on set, or whenever my mother would ask me, why don't you just go film your cousin's birthday party? I would say, Mom, if I'm the guy holding a camera, a lot has gone wrong. A lot has gone wrong. So yeah, but I've been in production now almost 20 years. And I've done things from events to I actually made my name doing live streaming before the pandemic, and was offered a job at a startup for a live streaming business before the pandemic that I turned down, that I regret a little bit, but I think it's kind of gone away now, where they were like, they used to, during the pandemic, they were making huge money. And I was like, oh, I regret this terribly. But I've come to terms with it, and I'm pretty happy with where I've landed. So yeah, so I've done everything from, the only thing I've done small features, I've done, I do national commercials on a regular basis. I've done independent films.
So wait,
shorts.
Are you filming, or are you just like planning out the?
I hate saying this. I'm a director. I'm a director producer. So yeah. And then I'm full time employed by a company that you could figure it out, but I won't say it.
Yeah. Don't
and I am the senior national creative director for the agency. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I went and got the corporate job.
Yeah.
It's nice. The pace.
Yeah.
But, once we had the second kid, I was like, well, time to get something. So
I was gonna say, once you started to collect all the turtles, that's when you.
Yeah. The turtles definitely helped it. I was like, do I need this 401k? Or do I need Ghost of Splinter?
So you had the choice between a steady corporate gig or a professional live streaming gig with with a family. Yeah, I think you did okay.
I did okay, right? Yeah. And now I live stream with you guys and every Wednesday. So it works out.
It pays a lot less than that job, but
yeah, it pays a lot. This pays a lot less, yes.
Yeah, a lot less being nothing. Did you know anything about like cameras and anything?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Just, like, how to shoot?
Completely. Yeah. I mean, I know how to set up shots. I know this is we used to call this is if we had an old creative director who definitely not. We used to have a creative director use this line all the time. We called it, I don't like the mise en scene of this. So, it's basically just saying how the scene lays out inside the lens. But every time he said that, every one of us put $1 in the jar so that we would then go out and buy dinner for ourselves after. It was nice. Yeah, no, I had gone to school for film and production. I studied live. I like live production a lot better. So I'd actually gotten my background in live television, so studio television. So that was where I learned and did a lot of technical directing there and stuff like that. I interned for Conan O'Brien for a year. That was fun.
Did you really?
Ooh.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Did you intern with anyone famous? Because he usually has some famous people that intern for him.
I don't know if anybody became famous while I was there, but I'm sure somebody did.
Got it. Oh wow, that must have been fun.
It was a lot of fun.
I'm a big Conan fan.
Yeah, he's huge. He is massive, and he is a sweetheart of a guy too.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Wow, that's cool. Great story. All right. Well, we like to go around and ask you questions. We have a few questions. If you guys have questions in the chat for J Shot, please just ask them right here, and we'll star them. We'll get back to them. We do like to go around and just from host to host, just ask a question or two, just to get to know you a little more. Why don't we start with Danny? What do you think? You already have some good questions. I know you do.
Yeah. First question. First off, like I tell everyone, thank you for coming on to the show.
Happy to be here.
So, first question for me would be, as being a toy collector, and especially with the Ninja Turtles, what would be like a dream figure that either any company would make for you? Like, it could be like I know they've made so many, but there's a lot of characters. I'm talking about comics, TV, movies. What would be a character that you would want for any company to make that relates to like the Ninja Turtles line?
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of one that that isn't out yet. I would love an April that doesn't suck, but that might be asking a lot. But I mean, I think I have a sneaky suspicion we're getting one this year because they've hinted at like an Ultimates April. So I feel like she's coming out. I don't know, man. Like, I loved Ace Duck growing up. They made plenty of Ace Ducks. I'm actually just getting back into the comics, so I'm like rereading them. So,
which
yeah, oh yeah, I bought like an omnibus, so I'm like I'm going back. I'm like on issue 4. I'm on issue 4, I think, right? So, but I'd actually love for them to explore that Mirage line a little more, right? Like, I know we're getting bits and pieces. We've got the Mutant Shredders. We've got, a Bandai level. I don't know if I saw Bandai. Oh, like the 1/6 Bandai? Yeah. No, Ultimate. I mean Ultimates. Like the NEC is. I think NEC is going to release an Ultimate one.
Oh
yeah. So
I was just showing you all these are $39.99.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So if you're missing any, he's got like all of them.
Definitely send me that link. I love Metalhead. Right, Metalhead was a fun character.
Oh yeah.
Like they're diving deep into the cartoon show, man, and I love that. Ace Duck. We talked about. Yeah, I'd love like the Mirage. Like, I'd love to. I know we got a Casey Jones. Like, I want to see them explore that a little bit more. I think that could be really cool, especially in that style. That style is so different, and it's fun the way that they're making them. I'm really excited. I know I saw that New York Comic Con they released like the tier Ninja Turtles. Like, I'm excited for those to come out.
Yeah.
Are these the Mirage, or is this like?
So that's
Archie?
That's the animals, the Archie animals. Yeah.
Okay. I never understood why, and I know it's a licensing thing, but I've never understood why they didn't release a Tatsu yet from the movie.
So there's rumors it's coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's rumors they talked to his estate and they got permission from the family. So there is rumors it's coming.
Did he pass away?
I think he passed. I thought he passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know there were issues with the guy that played Casey Jones at one point where they didn't
they
didn't have the rights. They couldn't get the rights for his likeness, but like I guess the fans wanted it so bad, so like he kind of like said, "All right, let's go for it." So they eventually made a figure. Well, they made a couple. So.
Why would anybody say no? Be like, no, I don't want to be immortalized in an action figure on everybody. Yeah. You get out of here. Like, I don't want that.
Could you imagine if NECA was like, "Hey, we want the license to your likeness," and Casey Jones was like, "No, absolutely not." And they're like, "Okay, cool. Here's a Casey Jones figure that you can't take the helmet off. We're gonna make it either way, bud." Like, so,
I'm really happy.
I'd love for them to get a what's his name then if we're gonna go that route. Why can't I think of his name? The guy who played Justin Hammer. Sam Rockwell. Right? Like let's get a Sam Rockwell from Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Oh awesome. Man, I totally
forgot about that, right?
I was like Sam Rockwell from like Iron Man.
Yeah.
I want Vanilla Ice next though.
Vanilla Ice. I feel like the way that they were promoting him, he might be coming.
He promotes turtle stuff all the time.
All the time.
You know it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, and that exclusive 4-pack came with the club scene, so
Mhm.
You need them.
Yeah.
I do.
You do.
I just can't wait for
no,
Kino.
100%.
I can't wait.
Kino will be fun. Kino will be fun.
with the moped.
Yep.
Yes. Oh gosh, I've been waiting for Kino for so long. I was so mad they did Danny, but I guess they did Ninja Turtles the movie first, then
Yes.
Ninja Turtles 2. But I was really mad they did Danny because I'm like, where's Kino?
So-
See, I was so
Danny.
glad that they did the Secret of the Ooze Turtles because I always loved
Yeah.
the heads in that one better than the
Yeah.
first one.
You know, with that said, you know, each year they come out with, you know, the movie Turtles and they do like a 4-pack and an accessory pack and it's exclusive. Yeah, yeah. That was 2 years in a row. Do you think they're going to do the third one?
Turtles
I
and
hope
Time.
so.
I'd love to see the third one.
They
Like,
make
why
it
not?
sell out. Like,
They
Yeah.
had like the spots looked all different on them. Plus, they're all
Yeah.
samurai. Like, I'd say bring it on. Like, I want it. I want
I
the
mean,
Yeah.
time travel staff.
If they could make the and Jason, I don't know if you own the concert one, the rock and roll.
Oh,
one.
yeah. I got them.
I feel like that to me when they released that was such a curveball because I would never think that they would like go there. But like I could see them now. I mean, if you can make that, I could see them making like the Turtles and like the the third one, a line of the
Dude,
third ones.
the
That
tour one,
that-
I totally thought was fake. Like someone customized or Photoshop.
Oh
Yeah.
no,
faked it.
dude! That 4-pack became like my first obsession for finding them.
Mhm.
I remember going to see that show at Radio City. Like
Wow.
that is one of my core memory days. And when I heard that those figures existed, I was like, "Yep, I don't care how much they are." So I sought them out because I like back in the day when you're a kid, like you don't think about it all that much, but like I remember because dude, I'm telling you, when I was a Turtle fan, I was a Turtle fan. Like my father got backstage passes for that, so like I went backstage. I remember seeing the animatronics in the head, and I was like, "Why wouldn't anybody not want to do this? I have to do this." So that is one of my like core memory days. Like I gotta go out and enter production world too. Like that was it. So yeah.
Oh, that's pretty
And
awesome.
I downloaded the album on my iPhone because who doesn't want to come out of their shell and rock out?
I remember
Man.
Ilio's Pizza.
Yep.
They had like cards that came in the Ilio's Pizza box. And they had a phone number you could call and you could hear the song and get the weather, and they would charge you probably like $3.99 or something like that.
Yeah.
I'd call it every day.
Yeah.
Until it was discontinued.
I mean like that. I remember like the cereal. Like I remember all the stupid shit. The cereal. Sorry, I don't know if I can curse on this. The cereal.
No,
Okay,
we're not sponsored by anyone. You're good.
fucking great. I remember the cereal, the dessert pies, like all that stuff. And there's another company now that's making like I don't know if you guys have seen like the Nerdy Nuts, which is like the peanut butters that have all the stuff in it. There's a company making the Jesus, I just said it. The turtle dessert pies and like that kind of stuff. I'm really excited.
Every once in a while I do remember a snack container of Ninja Turtle like Cheez-Its that was in like a big
Yes.
like tall like
Yeah.
Leonardo nondescript turtle like container. I would pay good money to buy that from Target.
I think I just bought. I have it right here. Like, I bought a freaking flashlight. Like look at this thing.
Hold on.
The shocking thing is that it still works. But like,
God.
I was like talking with a guy, and he's like, "Yeah, like I was buying a couple other things off of him." I went back. I've got cards. Like,
Oh, those are nice.
Oh, those are
right. Like
cool.
they're still in pack. There's movie cards, there's turtle cards, or
The
cartoon
movie cards were cool.
I got I literally like when I realized that this stuff could still be purchased, I went all out. I mean, you see it here. I got the backpack. Like, why did we grow up? I don't understand. So, but yeah.
Danny, do you have any other questions?
I think my last question would be, as being, as somebody that just started, has a live stream every week, what was that talk like? Like when you guys wanted to start a live stream, right? Like, what was that conversation like? How did you guys come up? Like, what was the idea? What's the question? What was the the approach you wanted to take as far as like just doing a live stream, like, and like capturing different, like a different audience or something? Like, what separates you from like all the other live streams on YouTube?
So I mean, first off, it's inspired by you guys, and the Toy Daddies and me and Bo, like, and the Migos and Kevin and the Enablers, like all that stuff, like, right. It's just like seeing you guys and seeing how much fun you guys have and being able to connect with people. And I think that, so I had done a podcast way back when, right? I don't think it's out there anymore, but there was about 15 episodes or so, and we were rolling. I was really enjoying it, but I really just enjoyed sitting down and talking to people and having fun. And then, like Macho and I would just be going to the shows, and we'd be meeting you guys on our drives back, on our drives there, talking to Chubsy, like, and it just, the way the community was accepting and welcoming, and like we got to have fun with them. That was something that I wanted to continue. And Machu's eye for photography and his skill and his talent, I knew that like we could bring something together that would be a little different, right? Like, it's almost like you have the personality and the skill that we could share and talk to people, but not just make it about that, right? Because like sometimes I feel like that gets a little lost. Where like if we're sitting here and we're analyzing one shot for 40 minutes and we're talking about every pixel, I could see how people wouldn't want to tune in. So I wanted to make sure that we struck that balance, but also talked about the person that was on the show more, right? Like just getting to know the person, what's behind the person. I mean, you guys do a great job of it too. I've talked more about turtles in my history on this show than I have in 18 episodes of my own show, which is fine because nobody wants to hear me talk on my show. It's all about the guest. But yeah, like that was really it. And we just kind of kept saying we should do it. And then I had through my job, I had the opportunity to do some work with Jason Yang, work more or less. Yang, sorry. And we were talking about that and formed a really good relationship with him. And we were like, I wonder if he would come on and talk with us. And we knew we were comfortable enough with him that we could just do the first episode, right? That was stopping us. We had been talking about doing the first episode for about 6 weeks. And finally, we were like, forget it. We're just going to do it. We're going to sit down and shoot it. We didn't do it live because we weren't sure about it. And I think we did it either the week of or the week before Thanksgiving. So, of course, there's no stress going on with that. And I'm pretty sure I was sick, too. And it was like I had come down with RSV for a while. So I was like, it was like 3 months straight of me just being sick. But we just did it. And then he was like, all right, I'm going to go back and edit it tonight. And I was like, absolutely not. I was like, there is no editing. We shot it like live to tape. I don't want you going in and taking out ums and ahs, and I don't like this and stuff. Did we shoot it Thanksgiving? No, we released it. We released it Thanksgiving Day, Machu. We released it because I think we used the caption of like, if you need something in between your turkey coma, check this out. So your tryptophan, which by the way, one of my favorite radio ads. I don't know if you guys remember, is this like the whole thing with tryptophan, right? Is when you eat too much turkey, and like the ad was like, there's only one fix for tryptophan. It's a trip to Europe. And it was like an airline commercial. And they just kept changing it and be like, trip to Europe, trip to New York. Like, it was so good. Really smart copywriting. But yeah, like that, so it was just kind of that. Like, we just said, screw it. We're just going to do it. And it took off. And I mean, like, you guys show up every week. And then we have your show after you. Like it's just, to me, it's just fun. And I always say the incident's not fun anymore. We'll stop doing it. But like, we just have fun, I mean, I have fun. Hopefully Machu feels the same way. He could be saying, I don't know, any fun with you, so, but yeah, it's just a lot of fun. Hopefully that answered the question. It was a really long tangent.
It actually did. It's kind of similar to what I said in the beginning. When I started watching Toy Talk, because Toy Talk was the first show I actually started watching when I started this whole toy photography journey. So, just being on, that's one of the things that I gravitated a lot, was just a bunch of guys that like similar things that I like, but we're generally on just to have fun, and how they, I remember you guys used to feature, and I'm talking to you guys, like you guys used to feature people and stuff like that. I mean, I always say, I want to get good one day to a point where maybe I could get featured one day and get that, so people, so then, and even just being at this point now where I'm actually on. It's funny because it's like being a fan but becoming part of what you've always been a fan of. So it's
Totally.
like, this is where it started for me. So it was like, just to be on and be able to give back. And that's kind of what I got from you guys when I started watching you guys. It's just a bunch of guys, having a good time, relatable. You guys are hella fun. Like there's
Thank
no
you.
dull moment between with you guys. You guys are always making me laugh. So I applaud you.
Thank
for
you.
it 100%. So yeah, you
Yeah.
answered my question. Thank you.
All right, good. Yeah, and I get feedback every once in a while that's like, hey, slow down a little bit. Like, but I like hate dead air. I hate dead air.
Yeah.
So I like
I'm so
if there's
with
dead
you.
air, I gotta fill it,
I'm
Yeah.
so with you on that. I totally hear you on that.
Yeah, Toy Father rushes me sometimes. I don't appreciate it as much. I'm like, I'm breathing. Back off, man.
Well, I think, just going back to like, you'll stop doing this when it stops being fun.
Mhm.
I think there are times where sometimes I feel like, oh, I got to do a stream. And I'm like trying to switch my vernacular to be like, oh, I get to do a stream. I get to
Yes.
be with my friends. I get to do this. I get to talk about toys. And some of it is kind of the anxiety before the show of like, oh gosh, like I hope it goes well. I hope I don't trip over my words. I hope we're all on. But once I get into doing it, like I feel like like it's just so much fun. Like I was really tired coming into this tonight.
Yeah.
And all you guys in the chat really gave me the energy to like keep going. And
Thank you, Master.
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, I feel it, right? And that is kind of with anything that you do creatively, right? You're gonna hit a rut. So, but you're absolutely right. Switching the mindset of you get to instead of you have to. I love that. I love that, right? Like that's the mindset we should have, right? We are fortunate enough to have the ability to hop on a live stream, to schedule a live stream once a week, 17 times a week, like you guys do. I don't know how you find the time for all the streams you do, but and hang out with our friends, right? Like that's what we're doing at the end of the day. We're hanging out with our friends. We're not having conversations we wouldn't be having if we weren't hanging out in the basement playing video games. Like that's what we're doing. So
I totally agree. All right, Josh. Can I just say this?
Yeah, you can say whatever you want. It's your show, man.
Today, I forgot to point this out. It's April 3rd, right?
Yep.
I'm looking back at our very first post on Toy Talk, the Instagram, was March 16th, 2021. So it's been like about more than 2 years. I would say it's more than 2 years because that's when we opened up the Instagram,
Yeah.
So we've been doing this for more than 2 years. That's crazy. It feels a lot shorter than that. And I think when we did it, it was a product of let's just talk to people because we're locked in our houses. And let's talk about toys. So can you believe that?
It's awesome. Well, congratulations.
Thank you. So Josh, why don't we go to the chat? Can you pull up some questions or if you have questions on your own for J-Shot?
I got a couple while I find the other ones.
Is one of them how dare you? Because I don't know. I just
if another company was to make, because Turtles is your jam.
Oh, good. I like this.
If another company was going to make a line of Turtles that hasn't, who would you want to do it?
Oh, good question.
That's so there's been so many, right? Like, Super 7's got them, NECA's got them, Playmates is making them again.
Loyal Subjects.
I don't know if I count those. I'm kidding.
They're starting to look better. I'll give them that.
I don't know if Cody's in the chat. I don't want to set him off. So, but you also have the Revoltech. You have, Figure Arts made those. I don't have any of those yet, by the way. So, Mezco's coming out with them, and I think McFarlane's coming out with Turtles this year too, right?
Oh,
so
that's right, yeah.
Yes,
I think that was called as a mislabel.
Oh, really?
It's really
a lot of mislabels.
It's really Playmates because all of that stuff that they showed for the movie it matches up
Oh.
with the initial listing.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, that's okay. All right.
Boo.
Yeah, really? Because I got to be honest with you, there was a part of me that was a little excited to see what McFarlane would do with the Michael Bay ones, because that
Yeah.
feels in his wheelhouse.
Yeah.
I was a little excited about
I
that.
might be wrong. I mean,
No.
we'll see. He may show up
Um,
tomorrow and just say, "Here's
Yeah.
the 20 toys."
Here's a hunk of plastic shaped like a turtle. Thanks, Toddy
You'd
Mac.
still buy it.
I'd say you're not wrong. Someone just wrote Hasbro Turtles. Mike Hex Hasbro Turtles in the future. I didn't do the Power Ranger crossover ones. I kind of hope Hasbro doesn't make turtles. That has nothing to do with them. I just I don't know what they. No offense, I don't know what they would bring differently than what we've already got out there. 3-0. I didn't know 3-0 did. They
did.
Came out.
I think Sideshow
Mike?
will do a great job with like movie turtles, or just like their own style of turtles.
Yeah.
Sideshow,
So
it just
Sideshow?
so much. Sideshow would
It
do
would.
like they do the Marvel and the 1/6, like the 1/6 scale superheroes, and they do that line. So I think they'll
Yeah.
do good.
But I think kind of, Danny, you just said it. I'd love to see someone do a different take,
Mhm.
right? Like I want to see something. I know that we're getting, and they kind of do side-eye turtles. It'd be amazing. So,
Do you have a take?
You
Say you are a toy company. I mean, anyone can have a Turtles license. We know that everyone has one.
yeah.
Do you have a take?
So you know what? I don't. But what I would do is probably reach out to other people who are designers and illustrators and kind of come up with our own. I'd rather do that. I mean, something showing you drew the hell out of some stuff for me. I'd be all about it. So, love to see Sentinels do turtle. Oh, Sentinel could be cool.
The Sentinel.
That's
that'd
not
be
a
really
that's
good.
not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea.
Sentinel.
So yeah, that could be cool. Yeah, I'd love to, but that's what I kind of love about Turtles, right? Is the 87, the 87 Turtles are so different from the TMNT line. They're so different from the movie. They keep changing and evolving, and and to some degree, as good, bad the Michael Bay ones were, they were still different and fun in their own way. I don't know how you guys feel. I'm really excited about the new line. The new movie I think looks awesome. I love that animation style on it.
I mean, talk about a new iteration.
Yeah.
That looks awesome, and I love how they got new voice actors. It's brand new.
Younger,
younger. It just feels. It feels like
They
just
feel
a new
teenage.
era of turtles. Yeah, they went. They're actual
teenagers. Yeah.
So
I do know that in some of the more recent comic book lines, right? They've moved away a little bit from them. They're still mutated through the ooze, but they're what is it? They're reincarnated, right? From from a Japanese so they're a Japanese clan. So I'm wondering if we could do could we do an anime a manga style pretty cool. I'd love to see that.
Oh, it could fit in with those 5K not turtles.
Yes.
Right.
yeah.
Or the 5 guy that I call him not a Leo. Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Not a Leo.
So, hey, Turtle Talk coming soon on J Shot's channel. I don't know.
So then my second question was, do you ever get tired of talking about turtles?
You tell me to shut up?
No, I'm just asking because I figured everybody comes to you and they just want to talk turtles with you all the time. Do you ever just go, oh, I'd rather talk about Iron Man or
No, I really want to talk politics. No, no, man. I love it. And by the way, I am just happy when people want to talk to me. So I'll talk hair products all day long. You know what I mean? I'm just excited to talk to people. But I know when Date was on with you guys, right? And how he talked about being an extroverted introvert. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Right. As soon as this camera shuts off, I'm like, oh, I'm exhausted. Right. I'm gonna go upstairs and my daughter's gonna try to talk to me and I'd be like, shh, back up, kid.
I think we're all kind of that way. That's why we do this.
Well, that's why we play with turtles by ourselves.
Yes.
I mean, not turtles, toys. Sorry.
Yeah. See? It is
Johnny's
turtle
got
talk.
a message for you.
Yeah. Oh. I've also got I got Blob sitting here too, but he's still eating pizza. It just
That's cool.
it can't hurt. Yeah, and I know Dante asked for 50%. He's gonna get his regular 10. And he gets nothing more. So Dante, if you're watching, you're getting your 10 and you get nothing more. We pre-negotiated this.
Well, before we go to questions in the chat, how about no chewing?
I didn't have too many questions.
You gotta ask that one.
Since I talk to Jay Shaw every day. I do have some this or that type questions.
Okay.
In the same vein, we'll start off with what kicks it all off. This question is my favorite question each and every week. Brought to you by Samurai Chris. Would you rather be haunted by a ghost, a friendly ghost? Let's just add that, friendly ghost.
Friendly? Okay.
Or a friend. Well, didn't you change it the other day?
I changed it to my kids because I didn't want them to be scared.
I didn't want Jay Shot to be scared. All right.
That's accurate.
Hey, kids, would you be rather haunted by a ghost that's going to haunt you and scare you for the rest of your life, or aliens that might probe you?
Your wife leaves around a scary doll for you multiple times a year.
It's not a scary doll. It's just one of the dolls that my kids play with.
Let's face it, most dolls are scary.
All dolls are scary, no doubt.
I still thought you were going to... I still thought you were going to be like, it's not a scary doll. It's my child. Leave me alone.
Okay, so really funny. Most people know I hate, I can't do dolls. I hate dolls, but my kids have dolls, and my wife will sometimes play pranks on me and hide the doll in certain places, and every single time I get so mad because I do jump every single time. The other day, my daughter was cleaning up, and she had hid the doll in the bathroom. This isn't the first time they've done this to me. This is the bathroom's the common place to hide the doll. Go in there, walk in. Oh my God, scared the crap out of me. And my daughter's like, I gotcha. I was like, you know what? I'll give it to you. But God damn it, why can't I just control this? But keep going.
Would you rather be haunted by a ghost or abducted by aliens?
I think I'm gonna go ghost, honestly. Right? Because then there is somebody here when I'm lonely. So
You don't have to leave your collection behind.
Yeah, I don't have to leave. That's true. That's right. I can come back. Aliens kind of scare the crap out of me. So
yeah,
ghost. Yeah,
I'm with you, Jish. I'd rather ghost too.
Yeah, I'd rather ghost.
I'm just assuming the alien's not gonna do any probing. I'm just hoping that.
Well, then if he's not going to probe, what's the point? Then really,
As long as he buys me a blue milkshake after, I'm okay.
Right. Yeah. Take me for a bantha ride before we go. Come on. I got bantha. Are we still doing that? Is that still a thing? Like a bantha?
Oh, it can be. Another question, just in the same vein. Would you rather buy biker mice from Mars or Street Shark figures?
Ooh, that is actually a good one. I wasn't a huge fan of either, right? So I'm not swayed either way by history. I'm kind of excited about the new Biker Mike from Mars figures coming out. I don't know if we're going to jump on them, but the Street Sharks were pretty cool. And
yeah,
I feel like my son's going to get into Street Sharks. He's into. You guys watch this Go-Jitsu show? Have you seen this?
It's a show. I know the toy.
It's a show on Netflix, and it's very much got that Street Shark vibe, where they're everything gets turned into we're gonna go, that kind of thing. So I might go Street Sharks.
I'm a pretty genius toy. It's a little bit Street Sharks and it's Stretch Armstrong together. Animaniacs or Tiny Toons?
Animaniacs.
All right.
Animaniacs. Tiny Toons though had a pretty good theme song too.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Animaniacs is more fun. I'm a bigger Spielberg fan. So
true. That's all my questions.
Oh.
Well, we got some questions
if you want.
Keep going. This is fun.
VR troopers or Beetleborgs?
What?
All right, lost you.
I don't know if I know that one. All right, should have just ended where we did. Should have went out on a high note.
Troopers.
I'll answer that one. VR troopers.
I don't know if I know those.
VR.
They were Power Ranger
Knockoffs?
shows. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
but by the same
they-
company, so is it really a knockoff? They just tried to do more.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Well, we do have some questions in the chat. Some really
Let's do
good
it.
ones, actually.
Yeah.
First one, D Blake. F Mary Kill Cartoon Ahsoka Tano Bo-Katan.
That's an easy one. Fine.
It's an easy one for you. All right.
Yeah.
We'll go around.
Like
Yeah.
current
So you
day
F
Ahsoka Tano, though, right?
Bo-Katan.
Okay.
God.
And are we separating Cara Dune from the actor, right?
We're
Like,
going with
you know,
the character.
go with the character.
yeah.
We're separating it from the actor, though, right? Okay. Boy, this is tough.
Like, we're not doing Rosario Dawson.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, all right. I just like I don't, you know, like
Completely different context.
hey,
This is
I don't want to
space
get canceled.
people.
That's all I'm saying. You know?
Space
Like,
people, damn it.
all right. Well, let's play. Let's say, marry Ahsoka, F Bo, I kill Cara.
Okay, I'm with you on that one. That's
All
mine.
right. Okay.
Yeah, I would switch. I would marry Kara and kill Ahsoka.
Oh my god.
I'll
I
make
would
a lot
F-
of Clone Wars fans upset.
I would F all three.
Good answer.
You're my hero.
man.
Danny, you're my hero.
You broke the
Oh,
rules.
man.
You broke the rules. But
On the last day of Toy Talk, guys. All right.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay. Thanks, D Blake.
Wait, no, Chewing didn't answer.
what was your answer? Who you
Me?
you'd F well, no, Josh. I
F-
think it was F Bo-Katan, marry Ahsoka, and kill Cara Dune.
No, that was
my answer.
Oh,
Yeah.
same Zeus.
which I agree. Samurai Quest asks a good question. Which turtle did you want to be the last Ronin? And this is gonna be spoilers, everyone.
Yeah, spoilers if you haven't read a comic book that's 3 years old. So it's tough to think that through with how well they told that story, right? Like in my head, I'm just gonna say Michelangelo is the last Ronin. Like, there's no better way to tell that story, right? Like, Raph was the first one to go. Raph's my favorite. Raph was the first one to go, and that broke my heart, man. Like, but he had a really good ending, Like, if you're gonna go out,
It's
you went
so
out.
true to character.
Yeah. So, like, I don't want to take that away from anybody. Donnie going down fighting with Splinter, Leo and Casey going out. Like, I can't. I think it is how it is. It's how it was meant to be.
Venus de Milo.
Venus de Milo.
I told you that show wasn't that bad. It was bad, but it wasn't
But you
that
agree
bad.
it's bad.
Yes.
I mean, there were parts that were unwatchable. I will say that.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Especially the last few episodes with the vampires. I was like, and then in my head, I'm like, why is the vampires going after the turtles? Turtles are cold-blooded.
Are we talking about the same one with the crossover with Power Rangers, right?
In space.
Yeah, in
The
space.
Rangers
Oh,
are in space this time.
Okay, so if you just watch The Next Mutation, they have no mentioning of the crossover at all.
Oh.
Interesting.
So I guess I'll have to go back and watch the Power Rangers thing. But yeah.
Yeah, it makes zero sense, but
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
If you were to wake up as a turtle, who is the one you wouldn't want to be? Why is this so funny?
Venus de Milo. I think we just answered that. First off, if I woke up as a turtle, I'd have a lot of questions.
There's zero upside to wake up as a turtle.
Also, am I on my back? Because then I'm stuck there no matter what. I mean, of the, I'd be happy if I got turned into any of them. I'd be happy to be in the core four, but yeah, I don't want to be Venus. She was, no. But I know I'm gonna get shit for this, but yeah, of any of them, it'd probably be Leo that I wouldn't want to be.
Oh wow, really?
So yeah,
Right.
sorry. I know.
I like Leo.
I know. I see the disappointing look, no Chewie. I see it.
No, I get it though. Who wants to
get
be
it.
burdened with responsibility? I'd rather be
That's
Mikey.
right.
Be like,
Yeah.
all right, well, sensibility. I'm gonna go make a pizza.
Yeah, Raph or Donnie, right? I mean, that's who I'd be. So
Donnie would be a good one.
Be super
Oh yeah, you
smart.
can invent stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, make
Make
stuff.
some money.
Yeah.
Regine asks, in regards to toy pictures, raw versus JPEG, which side are you on?
Wait, what is this cat orange whistling cat orange? Wait, what is that?
I had no idea, but
What? I shoot raw. Yeah, I shoot raw. So, I try to do as much as I can practically, but I do take it back out and do some editing around it.
88 asks, outside the toy community, what was your favorite
Ooh.
project you worked on film wise? Any crazy stories?
So one of the projects that I did, there's two of them. I'll give you two of them. One was, and this is what I think secretly reignited my love of collecting. I got to direct a live stream. It was a 45-minute live stream for Mattel during ToyCon or Toy Fair.
Nice.
And my favorite part about that was we had 3 weeks to produce it, write it, and then do it live. We did it live. So we had like one run through, everybody went home, tried to sleep, and then we did it live at like 10 o'clock the next morning. But my favorite thing, there's two of my favorite things about it was that we created all these little segments. And this is actually still up on YouTube. We created all these little segments where like, so it wasn't just like, hi, I'm the host. What do you got here? Right? At each spot that the host stopped at, we had different influencers at the time, and they played games as if it was a talk show, a Saturday Night Live, a Conan, a game show. So like one of them, it was like a husband and wife pairing who was the influencers. And you know, like that thing where you like tie your hands behind your back and then somebody else is your partner's the hands.
Yeah.
That's how they reviewed the toy. Like we handed them the toy like that, and they were like, no, move it up. So like we tried to keep it interesting and like do something different. And it was received really, really well. So that was definitely one of my favorites. And then
no chewing. We're doing that on our next Legion's Con or Chris Con.
Dude, like when I tell you, like, man, it was a live stream, and this is, it was a live stream, it was a walk and talk with the camera. We had pre-baked segments, we had questions coming in from the audience. Like it was, and I sat in a truck as if it was a real live truck with 6 other people, ready to take camera one, ready to roll package, right? Like all this stuff. Like it was 45 minutes, and at the end of it, I was drenched, right? Just pure sweat. But I loved it. And that's one of the things I love about doing this stuff live is once it's done, right? Like there's no client feedback. There's no, can we retake this? It's done. Everybody's seen it. You can't take back that I cursed on the stream. Ha 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 ha. Like it's done. So like that's one of my favorite things about it. And then one of my other but also the people that I got to work with to do that was like literally it was like 15 of us locked in a room for 2 weeks. And it's just like papers on the wall, creating segments. Like that felt like real writer's room stuff. My second favorite project is actually what I call my audition for my current company job. They wanted to do something different. And they wanted to do something on social. So what we ended up doing was creating a 16-minute short, but broke it up into minute clips. So it would tell a whole story when you watched it, but if you only watched the minute clip, you still understood what was going on. So the challenge there was taking the 16 minutes, breaking it down to 16 individual like posts, but still having it being interesting enough. And obviously still related to TV and things like that. So the story that we came up with, and that a very good writer friend of mine we worked on it together. Actually, I think somebody else wrote it and then we made it better, but I won't say that on stream. Was that a guy who was he had a single mother who worked all the time, was always stuck in front of the TV, grew up around watching mobsters. So that's how he thought he should act. And then when he got older, he ended up becoming a stay-at-home dad. And he was struggling with, it was very deep. It was something that didn't need to be, but I like telling these types of stories. It's a stay-at-home dad who's struggling with his own masculinity because his wife is the breadwinner. So he starts to imagine and see his imaginary friend that he saw as a kid who was this cliche gangster. Right. Ooh. So like you have this guy now almost like in a think like Fight Club, but if like Tony Soprano was the other guy, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So it was really interesting. And it was really different. And, I got to create that story. And at the time it was, I had just become a dad. So it was really like, it was kind of fun to tell that story and how things were changing for me. And I got the avenue to tell a story. So it was really, really cool. So yeah. So one toy related, one completely weird, but hey. So.
No, that sounds awesome. Sounds like something you'd find on that now defunct Quibi.
It probably was. I don't know.
That's good.
No.
I liked Quibi.
You paid for Quibi?
Apparently not enough people paid for Quibi.
They had a couple good little shows on there that I enjoyed.
Johnny Quack, the man, the myth, the legend. You get to launch your own TMT line. They can't be like an existing TMT, i.e. Super 7. How do you make them unique? Can it be scale, derivative from another toy line, or art style, your deep cut?
I think we talked about it a little bit, right? It's kind of making it, reaching out to other artists, bring other artists in, having them do interpretations. I would stick to the storyline of them being reincarnated. I think that's a really cool version of that story. But in terms of like deep cut characters, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure if you ask me this question 5 days from now, I'll have a better answer. But because we're live, I'm drawing a total blank on like anybody that I would really.
That's true.
Really
like if you rephrase the question a little bit, Casey Jones is typically one of the people that like the fifth turtle, almost like he's always kind of in battle with them. Who else in their roster would be a good addition to that toy line or an animated series that we haven't really seen much of?
Bring back Zach. Bring back an older Zach. What did Zach look like when he's 20? Is he all messed up now because he saw turtles when he was younger and and no one really explained it? His older brother made fun of him for it. I don't know. So yeah,
I'd watch that.
Mike.
I'd watch it. Vico San asks, what do you think of street style Usual Suspects turtle figs?
Usual Suspects.
I think he's talking about loyal subjects.
Loyal subjects. So actually, I'm
let's pause on the Usual Suspect turtles though.
That could be. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm not. All right. I'm in.
Who is Kaiser Jose?
It's Michelangelo because he's the mastermind. He's got them all filled. He's got them all fooled. Casey Jones played by Benicio del Toro. That'd be great. Yeah. I actually like street style is probably the only ones from that line that I really like. I have the four varsity jacket ones. I thought that was cool. That was a cool little addition.
I just found all 4 of those yesterday.
Yeah. Same, bro. Same. But yeah, I did like the varsity style one, so I got those. And Jason actually worked more or less helped me track down the Donnie. He was the only one that was missing. So
got it.
I'm complete now with them.
Mike Hack says, "Who's best turtle figure ever?"
Cara Dune, right?
Cara Dune, yeah. Yeah, I would say we haven't seen the best turtle figure, right? Maybe that's a cop-out, but we haven't seen it. They keep making improvements. They keep making them better. I was really blown away by the what did they call it? The demutated line with like the Bebop and the Rocksteady and the Baxter and Splinter. I really like those. Because I think their human figures are getting so much better. And that's what drives me nuts about the April. The April is just
yeah.
But I was actually right now though I would say my favorite turtle figure that I have is Dark Donnie, like a Dark Turtle. Like he is just there's something about him that's cool. He's got the wired cape because he's like kind of different from the other turtles. He's got a little bit of a different like ab crunch. He can actually move a little bit more. He's probably one of my favorite probably figures that NEC has put out since, or turtle figures.
I gotta look this one up. Mike Heck says, "What is one of your favorite action figure buying rules?"
What are rules? If they make it, I buy it. That's my only, that's my only rule right now.
And then Machu asks Han Solo or Indiana Jones.
You're not gonna like my answer, Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, no, but
Raiders
I
of the
feel the
Lost
same way.
Raiders of the Lost Ark is my favorite movie of all time. End of story.
Oh,
I had
what? Raiders is? Wow.
Raiders. Yeah.
I had a question earlier. I don't know
Yeah.
if you want to answer this one, but it's a tough one because Toy Talk always asks the tough questions. So I just
Do I need
want
to
to
get
know
my-
if you're ready.
Do I need to get my?
No,
Hang
I
on.
just need you to be transparent. Are you ready? So, question. Ready? And it's not effing anybody or marrying anybody. I promise. It's who would you prefer? Like, who do you like better? Bubbles, Buttercup, or what's the other one? Blossom.
Oh, gosh.
Blossom. You can't even figure it out. You just
Why?
make- yeah.
Why? I don't think about it. So why?
Buttercup.
Why is Blossom your favorite?
Wait, I'm trying to remember which one is which. Is it Buttercup, the green one?
Buttercup.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, it would be Buttercup. Yeah, it'd be
You said
Buttercup.
Blossom. You said
No, I didn't.
Blossom.
Yes, you couldn't say all their names. Buttercup is my favorite. Yeah, it's definitely Buttercup. I'll tell you though. So I have a knack for remembering really strange lines. And we did this on D Blake just put it up where like for some reason Raiders of the Lost Ark when Indiana Jones is pinned to the bar, when he's pinned to the bar, he leans over and looks at Mary and he goes, "Whiskey," and the way he says it is stuck in my head forever. When I remember seeing an episode of Powerpuff Girls with what is it, the mayor, right? I can't remember the mayor's name, but there was a scene where he was sleeping, right? He was sleeping, and someone wakes him up, and he does one of these like, "My life is a lie." I don't know why that line is stuck in my head. That like because you know that some like there was no reason for that line to be spoken. Like that is a deep cut right there. Life is a lie. Yeah.
Oh, we do have one more question. Johnny Quack asks, a lot of vintage Playmate toys had gross details like bugs or rats on them. What's a sculpted detail that drove you nuts on a toy? I like that.
So that's the stuff that drove me nuts about them, and that's what I mean by like Super 7 is making the figures we had as kids, or Playmate. I have a couple of the inbox ones. Playmate's making the figures we had as a kid, whereas NECA's giving us the clean version of the Turtles. They're taken right out of the cartoon show.
Yeah.
Like I remember like Pizza Face as a kid. I was like, what is this figure? Like, why? Like he is gross, but like as when you're a kid, you're not thinking about like collectors like us who might be into that, right? Because here's the scope, is the detail. You're just thinking, I want to play with these things. I want to reenact my favorite scenes. Why does this guy have a cleaver for a leg in a pizza box? So,
worst turtle gift you've gotten from someone.
Oh, you can't answer that.
Turtle tissues. I got turtle tissues. I was like, what? Why? I mean, I'm gonna use them, but why? So,
what were they like? Were they like green or printed
No,
shells?
just-
What were we talking about?
it's just the packaging. But like when you're a kid and you're opening them up, you're excited to be opening. You got your 7th or 8th birthday at a McDonald's and it's all Ninja Turtle themed. You're running around in the play place, not thinking about what the hell's in the ball pit. And then you're opening your gifts and it's a turtle, like it's a pack of turtle tissues, and you're like, why the hell did I invite this kid? So but yeah, turtle tissues. But hey, it sticks out.
Hopefully NECA fixes this stupid Donatello price tag holder shit.
At least they're
Those exist?
So okay, question.
Yeah,
Now, Johnny,
I want them.
Johnny, I got a question. How do you tell them apart? Do they come in different colors? So can you be like, right? Like, does it come as a 4-pack? Can I get a 4-pack of just one color? How do you go beyond
It
the
comes
turtles?
with a mask in the color.
Yes, it's color. Is
Do you
is
feel
the other
like-
is it itself what all green except for one band of color? Like I got questions.
And it
I got
says
questions.
it says cowabunga as you roll it out. You know.
Now, do you feel like the specific turtle why you have the different colors? Do you
Right.
feel
Yeah.
angry
You
like
feel
that?
like a different. Yeah.
Oh man,
Are you like
Why does
Oh,
mine just say cow? I don't understand. So
Johnny asked
like
some
pizza
great.
face on it?
Johnny asked some great question last stream, and man, he didn't disappoint this stream.
it
Jeez.
did not disappoint. So,
Um,
that's true. Are they shaped like weapons? I don't know. Like it's like I like so many questions. So many questions. So many questions.
we've gotten to a point in the stream.
I was gonna say we can't end on this. You gotta
Okay,
keep going,
Shad.
Chris.
We got into a point in the stream. Sorry, like, come on, buddy. So we got to a point in the stream where it's just fall apart. No, we got a part in the stream where we need to ask. We always ask our guests these questions. It's called rapid fire.
Okay.
You have 10 seconds to answer some of these questions. You've answered some of them already, but so it should come easy. But are you ready to answer?
Watch your phrasing, especially after the last conversation.
Are you ready, Jay?
I'm ready. I'm as ready as I'll ever be.
Favorite toy line?
Right now, NECA.
Favorite toy?
Dark Donnie.
Saltwater or freshwater?
Freshwater.
Yeah. Superpower?
Morph. I have the ability to shapeshift.
Oh, like into things or into people?
People.
Or
I
both.
don't want to be things. No.
Okay.
I mean, you
Like,
do have the
you know,
option.
Plastic
to
Man
be
or,
that.
you know.
I mean,
No, not plastic man. No. People. Just people.
Got it.
Things can get weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Especially with Johnny asking questions there. I don't, you know.
What makes you feel old?
Can I give more than a 10-second answer on this?
Go ahead.
Okay. There is a person on my team who was in middle school or something in 2008. And every time I'm giving an all team speech and I make a reference, I just because we do a lot of calls like this, right? Because I have team members all over the country, and she'll just go, "What?" And I'm like, "How do you not Marty McFly?" And she's like, "I don't know who that is." I'm like, "Ah!"
He's the intern. Come on.
She makes me feel old.
What makes you feel young?
Talking to you guys, right? Talking to people in the community, having fun. So,
Favorite turtle?
Raphael.
Now, if you had to give someone who does not collect toys a gift, what toy would you get them?
Ooh, that is a good one. And I knew you asked that one last week, and I was going to think about it. I don't know. That is a really good one. Turbo Man. No.
You did the Turbo Man.
I mean, so I would say I'm not a cop out, but it would depend on the person, and if I'm giving them a gift that represents me, or if I'm giving them a gift that represents them, right? But yeah. So, yeah, it would be Ninja Turtle related. So.
Okay. And then last one by D Blake. Who is the first person you would morph into?
Machu, so I can know what it feels like to be awesome.
Oh, that's nice. Oh man, Jay Shot, this was a great stream. We really had a lot of fun with you. We all did. Before we go, is there anything you want to plug?
I mean, just Machu and I are on every Wednesday at 8:00. So come check us out. We're talking to a lot of cool people in the community. We're branching out a little bit. This week we're gonna have Jean's Universe on. She is a huge Star Wars nerd and Lego fan. So we're gonna talk to her about Lego. So still trying to branch out to people. Machu, stop. Trying to reach out to people. I'm calling them community adjacent, right? And I think you guys have done this too, where you talk to cosplayers and people like that. We talked with Babs Butcher a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
That conversation was awesome. And I didn't expect not that I didn't expect her to be awesome, but just the way she engaged with the community. And I got shut up, like got a lot of cool comments afterwards from people that were like, as a female cosplayer, it was awesome to talk to her and things like that. So that was cool. Knowing that was, doing stuff like that to me makes a big difference, right? Because I want people to enjoy the show, but I also want them to learn and feel connected. So.
Exactly. I mean, I think getting people from different corners of the toy community is the way to really kind of understand why there's so many things that we're just a small niche of the toy photography, right? In toy photography, but there's just so many in the toy community that has their own niche that I want to learn more about. I really do.
Yeah. And I always forget this, and I apologize, and it's not a slight on Fred. It's on me. But with Gene, we're gonna have Fred, who's been on the Enablers, and I think so. He's gonna talk. He's got his own Twitch show for Lego too. So if you're a Lego fan, she just Gene just completed the big Master Collection Millennium Falcon, which I have in a box. So I had said to myself that I would probably try to start it before she came on, but it's gonna happen. So yeah,
just start now and you'll finish by Wednesday.
Oh, there's no way I'm finishing it if I do nothing. Just straight through.
48-hour live stream.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah, guys, it's 39 hours in. You can't see straight.
If we ever do that's what we should be doing. If we do a 24-hour stream, we should be doing a big Lego project.
I've seen people do these 24-hour streams, and I think if we did a Toy Talk TPC Toy Daddy Between Two Sentinels, we could do it because you could go strong and then you could just start having shifts.
Yeah.
But to do a 24-hour live stream by yourself, oof,
that is rough.
That'd be crazy.
You need the energy of other people to carry you.
But they would just end up being like somebody watching me sleep.
Right.
Yeah. If it was just you, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
As if people don't do that now. So
yes, and
I said Toy Daddies. I'm not leaving you out. I didn't leave you out. I was actually going to throw in the Infinity guys too. That could be a lot of fun. I think what would be fun too is what you call it, mix and match, right? It can't just be you guys on and then Between Two Sentinels. Throw it around. Stop it, Yimbo. I'm not going to sleep tonight now. Saying you're an afterthought. Stop it.
Oh. So we got that in again for all the links for Between Two Sentinels and J-Shot's Instagram. Check out the description below. If you haven't, we really appreciate the like, subscribe, everything you can do for Toy Talk and also for TPC that is also streaming on as well. Check out Cox Crate Wednesdays 7:30 state of the art with unboxing art. Check No Chewing myself, Yimbo on TPC Top 10 on Wednesdays 8:45. This week we'll have Sir Dork on. Yimbo's taking a break. All good. And thank you in the chat. Honestly, the chat really made the show tonight. All great comments, questions, insightful answers. We really appreciate you guys. Next week on Toy Talk, we have Jedi Jack. He's going to talk about diorama. He just posted some pictures of him cosplaying in this awesome Daredevil costume that looked cool too. Right. So we talk about that. Dude's pretty jacked. And then, I can't wait. And hey guys, thank you, J-Shot. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Thank you guys for having me on. This is awesome.
It was awesome. It was a no-brainer, and I mean, you kind of carried us, so thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week for another episode of Toy Talk.
Peace.